Can Ohanaeze ever support endorse Yoruba presidential candidate over an Igbo one? Afenifere asks Afenifere acting leader, Pa Adebanjo. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. According to him, the cost of supporting Obi is very high and may end up destroying the unity, efficacy, utility, and credibility of the Pan-Yoruba organization. The director of the special media project of the Tinubu Presidential Campaign Council, FFK, Afenifere, says Ohanaeze, an Igbo social-cultural organization in Nigeria, will not support and back a Yoruba presidential candidate over an Igbo one. A faction of the Pan-Yoruba social-cultural group, Afenifere, has endorsed the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, P2B, as its choice for the 2023 election. Obi is from the southeastern part of Nigeria. Recently, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, paid a visit to the leader of the Afenifere, Reuben Fashoranti, in Akure, Ondo State. During the visit, which was turned into a mini political rally by Tinubu's team and entourage and the Afenifere chiefs who received him, the former governor of Lagos was endorsed by some leaders of the group. Pa Fashoranti and other leaders of the group also prayed for his success in the 2023 election. Afenifere, in a statement on Sunday, queried the action of the faction of Pa Adebanjo that earlier endorsed P2B. According to him, the cost of supporting Obi is very high and may end up destroying the unity, efficacy, utility, and credibility of the Pan-Yoruba organization. He said, "Would the Afenifere of old ever supported a non-Yoruba candidate in a presidential election? Why do you have to cut across our nose to spite our face? Simply because you hate or envy Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not mean we must deny the entire Yoruba race a crack at the presidency. And even if Tinubu offended you in the past, can we not forgive? You know very well that P2B cannot win the presidential election by supporting him in the West, you are splitting our base and opening the door for an Atiku presidency. Is that what you want? The Nigeria and the Yoruba, whose interests you're supposed to further and protect, not deserve better than that? Can you furthermore appreciate the implications of an Atiku Abubakar presidency for our people and the nation generally? Have you thought it through? Do you understand what that will mean for us all? I am a great supporter of the handshake across the Niger, but the following question must be asked. Would Ohanaeze ever support and back a Yoruba presidential candidate over an Igbo one? You attempt to justify your position by saying that it bases it on equity, fairness, and justice. But do they not say he who comes with equity must come with clean hands? I'll be hands clean. Does he even like the Yoruba? Has he, throughout his distinctly uninspiring period in public office as governor of Anambra State, shown any respect to any tribe or ethnic nationality, including his own? He added that a defeat and disgrace for Tinubu is a defeat and disgrace for every Yoruba man in the country and in the wider world. This is especially so given the fact that the Southwest is one of the two pillars which the party rests on and which has provided a solid foundation for its success. Are we to throw all that away and jettison the aspiration of our people on the altar of micro-zoning and wanting to right what many have described, including yours truly, as a historical wrong? When the courageous Southern governors met across party lines in Asaba last year and demanded a power shift, they did not say it must go to the Southwest, South-South, or Southeast. They did not micro-zone it, and they did not say that only the Southeastern candidate should be considered. They opened it up to every son and daughter of the South, including the Yoruba. And neither did they say the candidate must be a Christian or a Muslim. They opened it up to both. Again, when the selfless and gallant northern governors of the APC insisted on the power shift to the South, they never said it must go to any particular one of the three southern zones. They opened it up to the entire South, and Bola Tinubu won the nomination in a free and fair election at the party convention. Are we, as all progressive Congress members and leaders, meant to turn our backs on that and betray our party simply because Afenifere says so? Are we meant to act as if we have no party and that we have no loyalty to our collective and common cause as a political association? Are we to behave as if we have no loyalty or decency And are we expected to attempt to subvert the will of our party members as enunciated, reflected and established as our national convention? Surely not. And anyone that is waiting for that to happen will wait forever. I sincerely hope that our beloved leaders in Afenifere will think again. They know how much we love, revere and respect them, and they must nurture and sustain that disposition and affection by displaying a little more flexibility and respect for the views of others. The cost of supporting Obi is very high and may end up destroying the unity, efficacy, utility and credibility of the entire organization itself. This is especially so when the old leader, Pa Reuben Fashoranti, has staged a comeback and has said he does not accept the decision of Pa Ayo Adebanjo, the new. If there was ever a time for Yoruba to ronu, to think, this is it. There is nothing that is decent, noble, inspiring, or elegant in seeing and hearing another statesman who are all over the age of 90 and all of whom we hold in high esteem, disagreeing and fighting publicly over issues that they ought to have been able to establish a broad and amicable consensus. Do we really want yet another vitriolic, vicious, unending, fratricidal and gangantum feud and division in our ranks as a people and ethnic nationality, as we have had on so many occasions in our beleaguered and checkered past? Has this insufferable and occult infighting not been too costly for us over the last 62 years? And has such division not ultimately affected the fortunes of not just the Yoruba, but the entire nation? Anyone that knows the history of a nation can attest to that. We paid a terrible price for such a feud and division in the First, Second, and Third Republics, and many lives were lost. Now we are preparing to do it all over again in the Fourth. We cannot afford to continue to tread this ugly, bloodlusting, blood-stained, and acrimonious past, which is more often than not fueled by nothing but petty rivalry, envy, bitterness, unforgiveness, ego, bad belly, and vaulting personal ambitions. When it comes to speaking like this, if you hear when Femi Fanika they talk, he go be like, say, the guy know wetin they talk. But tell me, what is he saying? First of all, I fault him where he's saying P2B's, the cost of supporting P2B is the division of the, what's it called, the Afenifere group. That is not true. Pa Ayo Adebanjo has been rooting for the Southeasterners even before Obi came into the picture. And another way I find when I almost laughed my heart out was when he said that Tinubu won the elections in the same way you're not supposed to bring in. Tinubu actually won the election in a free and fair convention. For where? Tinubu that bought aspirants. People are buying delegates. Tinubu is buying aspirants. Don't even go there. If there's anybody who is trying to divide the Afenifere today, it is Femi Fani-Kayode's presidential candidate in the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you ask me. Because somebody has come before, and I've said it severally before. You endorsing a candidate does not mean the whole Nigeria will follow. It just means you support their candidates. So I don't see the big deal about endorsement here. You endorsing means you support this person. And you are not speaking for the whole of Nigeria. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time.